Hey, it's me, Rena, looking all weird. No, I'm looking distracted. No, I'm looking different. I'm looking funny. Or am I looking yes? And yeah, as you might have guessed, I don't know, I'm throwing around my hair because I am. It's time for another round of hilarious readathon. Hilarious readathon. It's a readathon I've been hosting and also created that I've been doing now for 2 years. It started last April. No, it started last January, as in January of last year. And I've been doing it several times each year. And I mean, it's very low key. It's a very low key readathon. There's no Discord. There's no. Well, I suppose the sprints. I will be doing sprints, and I will be calling them hilarious readathon sprints. But it's not like there's no co-hosts. It's just me doing my thing. I have a bingo board. There's no like, and also yeah, no points, no teams. It's very low key. But I have a bingo board. So yeah, if you want to join here and do the bingo board, you can do that. Um, and yeah, of course, it's also like if you want to just kind of read one funny book, you could say that you've participated in this readathon because that's kind of the theme, really, to or the point to read something funny to bring you laughter. I don't know, sounds maniacal. Okay, that just sounds weird. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Just to bring laughter to your life. That is kind of the main point here. So yeah. But there was something else I want to say. No, yeah, that's about it, really. I mean, I have a bingo board here of prompts that I'm going to tell you. And yeah, also it's monthly, so it's all through the month of April. And that's kind of the rules, really. That's all you really need to know. Well, except, the prompts this time. So, first, yeah, something has to be first. We have fancy. And yeah, you could interpret this as you want. It could be well, of course, all books has to be funny, but it could be a book that's about someone rich. It could be a book with a cover that you feel kind of screams fancy. It could be I mean, yeah, how you interpret fancy. How do you interpret fancy? That's up to you. It could be snobbish. It could be just elaborate. Up to you, really. And then we have feminist because funny feminist, and also feminism is always cool. Feminism doesn't have to be dreary and dry. It could also be very funny. New to your offer. And then we have three kind of the same, but yeah, we have a 2026 book, we have a 2016 book, and a 1996 book. Because why not? And also, it's fun to look back at what's been published for and whatnot. So, yeah. Then we have a book recommended to you. Could be by me, could be by someone at the library, whoever. Someone recommends a book to you, choose it. Then we have biography. And then we have a bookish book because April is World Book Day. A lot of people say it's in March. No, it's in April because that's the day that William Shakespeare was born. So that's kind of, say, like the main day at least, 23rd of April. Uh, so yeah, bookish book. What is a bookish book? It could be a book about an author. It could be a book about a bookstore owner. It could be a book about someone in publishing. It could be a book about someone, a librarian. Any type of bookish book. That's up to you, really. Decide for it could also be like a non-fiction book. Completely up to you. And then we have historical because a lot of things from the Second World War happened in April, so historical. So, and of course, there's also you could say, "Oh, what is a historical book?" In my mind, it's kind of like in the past, and I was about to say when you have costumes, but I also could say the 70s they had costumes because they have like quite a different way of uh, using clothes, but like still, I would say maybe, yeah, honestly, I would say 100 years in the past or more. But also, of course, interpret it as you want. I'm not strict at all. You can let your freak flag fly. Do what you want. And then we have unusual formats, as in unusual for you. So if you usually read a paperback, pick up an audio. If you usually do audio, pick up a comic book. If you usually read lots of comic books, read an ebook. So you just kind of change the format for you. And of course, it doesn't have to be like that you never read an ebook before, but just if you usually don't read a lot of them, read one of them in April. Of course, that's funny. And then you have one word title. Then we have TBR veteran, so a book that's been on your TBR for a while. This can both be a book that you own for a while or a book that you want to read for a while, but you don't own it. That's up to you. Then we have fantasy book, because fun fantasy, lots of those. A comic book, again, very many of those. Then we have, sorry, a blue book, because I love blue, so it's my readathon. I decide myself, really. And then we have in TBR newbie, so a new to your TBR book. And then we have a TBR, a book that you just bought, recently bought. So a new to your, well, yeah, a new, yeah, sorry. I'm making up as we go. But yeah, this is a book that you didn't know about before recently. So a book that you found randomly in a bookstore, a book that you found randomly at the library, or a book that you haven't heard of, but recently you kind of thought, that sounds like a funny book. So yeah, new to you book, a library book, an award winner, a thick book, as in 300 pages plus. And then we have watched a funny movie, post about funny books. So this can be post on Discord, post on YouTube if you want to do a YouTube video. So like, yeah, recommend a funny book, or it could be you reviewing a book that you recently read, or it's up to you. Post however you want. It could be someone you can post on Bookstagram. If you don't like do any of those stuff, you could also just kind of recommend someone in a chat somewhere, like in a sprint somewhere. This is a funny book, and then you'll done that thing. Finish a synopsis and a book with a musical element, because Eurovision are fun. So yeah. So that's this round's uh, prompts. I'm gonna write them down in a doobly as well. And yeah, I hope people join. And if you don't join, you'll just enjoyed me looking strangely messy. As well, sometimes I go all in to look funny, hysterical. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. And yeah, hope you're having a nice Easter wherever you are. And I'll see you around. Bye.